All right. Welcome. Good morning. Good afternoon. Wherever you are attending from, welcome back. Hey, Annette, good to see you. Alex, Yoko, Robert, welcome, guys. Good to see your beautiful names here. I'd say faces, but we don't have videos turned on. We can bring you on stage if you'd like, if you have something you'd like to share after today. So, okay, guys, quick housekeeping items on these sessions. If you guys are popping in for the first time or returning, I want to cover a couple of things for you guys to make sure you're aware of all that we got going on. Because there's a lot, right? There's features, there's trainings, a lot of resources available for you guys, and I want to make sure first that you have access to all of those things. So I'm going to be breaking that down for you first, and then I'm going to get into today's lesson. In these sessions, guys, we usually have an open mic where anyone can ask anything, right? And we'll give all of our best advice and feedback accordingly. The second thing is the curriculum, and then just open discussion at the end of it here. So as far as the curriculum goes, let me share my screen. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. So, okay, over here, we have the Dubb website. And so where you guys will find this content I'm going to be talking about, how you can take advantage of everything. First, on the right-hand side, this is your own dashboard, right? So when you're looking at Dubb, this is what you'll see. There's the daily live training. That's with my buddy Rob. He's there every single weekday at 10 a.m. Pacific to support with anything Dubb related, right? You can go join there any single weekday at 10 a.m. and get the support that you need there. The other thing that we're going to have that I'm going to put into the chat right now is all of our previous trainings. So right here, real estate past sessions. I'm going to go ahead and click the view on this, and you can see some of our best lessons we've put together for real estate. This means mobile property tours with our cool mobile app, right? We have a teleprompter, stabilizer, voiceover, music library. So mobile property tours, right? Virtual property tours with using the screen recording, doing video CMAs, market news, right? Delivering market news, like a market update, right? Collecting testimonies, right? There's tons of individual lessons. Each of these are the most powerful reviewed use cases for real estate specifically. So I'm going to put the link of this showcase in case any of you guys do not have it already. I'm going to put that into the chat over in Zoom. So if you guys are watching from Zoom, you will have this available. If you're watching from the live, then come on over to Zoom. Make sure you register for Zoom so that we can get you what we need, get you what you need, right? If you want the access to the showcase here, I'm putting the link in the comments for everybody right now. So between the curriculum that's going to be compiled and added into those showcases, so everything that we're adding there, some of which I'm going to reference today, guys, I'm going to be providing a training today about how to turn anybody's post, including your own, of course, into your funnel, how to convert social media posts into funnel, and not even just your own. So that's what today's lesson's about, which I'm going to be recording for you guys in a minute. And if there's any questions, comments, feedback, feel free to drop it in the chat into the Q&A, and we'll address those here in the order that they receive. So if you do have a question or something, please pop it in the question or the answers or the Q&A or chat, sorry, because then I can tell when it happened and answer them in order. So, all right, guys, that's official. Let's go ahead and do the kickoff here. That was I'm gonna start a new recording specifically for this one here. So here we go.
Recording in progress.
All right. Have you guys ever wondered how to take leads from social and put them into your funnel in the easiest way possible? Right? There's a lot of different discussions and things on how to do that, but I'm here to break down for you one of the simplest, easiest ways to take your post or anyone's and convert it into a funnel for your own business, right? So let's go ahead. I'm actually going to share my screen for this and show you guys how this whole thing is going to work. The first concept here, not the Dubb showcase, but is this idea of somebody, either your post or somebody else's, and changing it into a funnel. What does a funnel mean, right? A funnel is going to be either one activity or a series of activities, like a phone call and a text message and an email and a website visit, right? A funnel can be a lot or it can be little. And so what I want to show you guys is the first piece of being able to convert social post into your funnel, into lead capture. That's going to require a form, right? A form is where you can create a simple form like, hey, give me your first name, last name, email, and phone number. And then that will effectively capture you a lead. However, people don't just give away their information for nothing, right? You don't just put in on a social post, hey, I'm looking for leads, give me your info. That's not how this works, right? That's not how the game works. So instead, what we're going to be doing, guys, is we need to give to get, right? You guys should all be familiar with the concept of a lead magnet. And in fact, in our past real estate coachings right here, top of funnel, I show some really cool ways, guys, to use AI. You can generate ebooks and guides and presentations like way easier than ever before. So if you're looking to create some nice top of funnel lead magnet type assets, certainly come check out this training, because you'll need that in order to do this step. You don't have somebody fill out a form for nothing, right? You have to incentivize them, compel them. So this is part of taking any social post and turning it into a funnel. You need it to work. You need people to voluntarily enter your funnel from a social post. And the way that we do that is by incentivizing them, compelling them with something like a lead magnet. So for real estate, right, that could be something very specific. Like I have the buyer's guide, the seller's guide, the ultimate real estate guide for Rancho Cordova, right? And then that's the idea with the resource is it's, again, come check out this training. If they're like, hey, I had to pay a lot of money for an ebook, or how do I make an ebook for my neighborhood? Check out this training, guys, and you guys are going to see how fast and easy it is to create these sort of lead magnets hyper specific to your farm, your area, your ICP. So do check these guys out. And this is what I'm talking about, using as the lead magnet to turn a social post into your funnel. The lead magnet has to be juicy. It's got to be attractive. It's got to be irresistible, so that when you're posting either on your own post or on somebody else's post, the viewers are saying, well, damn, that sounds really interesting. That looks really cool. I want to get my hands on that. Irresistible. So part one, you need a top of funnel resource. That is the way that you get people to enter your funnel. You need a lead magnet, something that is irresistible to them, where they will willingly give you their phone number, email, so on, in exchange for this asset. And if you're like, I don't have anything like that yet, come check this out. You're 5 minutes away, guys. You're 5 minutes away from having a awesome, personalized, top of funnel lead magnet. Watch this training. Well, maybe 10 minutes, right? 5 minutes to watch the training, 5 minutes to make the resource, something like that, right? It's short though. So anyways, this is piece number one. You need an extremely effective lead magnet, guys. And I'm not saying generic buyer's guide, right? That's garbage. If I'm focused on a specific niche, farm, geographic area, an ideal customer of some type, then I'm going to have top of funnel resources for exactly that type of client. So that's, again, reference back here. So we have this awesome top of funnel resource for my senior veterans looking for waterfront property in the West Coast of Florida. Right now we're niche. Now we're specific. So anyways, I have my ebook for that. The next thing I need to do, so I have the top of funnel resource, and now I've created the form that's going to deliver that resource and capture the lead. A form is something simple, right? Give me your first name, last name, email, and the form is called Get the Ultimate Waterfront Veterans Homebuyers Guide, something like that, right? That's a terrible title. So have a good title for your resources. They need to be irresistible. Sometimes a long title might be irresistible. The specific matters more than the actual how long the words are. So step one, create your top of funnel resource. Step two, create the form that connects to that resource, because you need the ability to extract their information from social or from anywhere, from any post. And that's what a form does for you. This isn't the only way though, guys. I will say there's many chat, right, for Instagram and things like, there's other ways to extract, but this is one of the easiest tried and true methods that's available for anyone immediately. So step one, top of funnel resource. Step two, lead capture form. Now we're getting there. The next piece of this, you guys need a video, right? A video that presents your resource. Because if I have just a link that says, get my book, what book? What are you talking about? You can put more content there. You can say, hey, I wrote a book about this. Check it out. I recommend a video though, because a video, again, guys, you're already here. You know the benefit of video. That's where you build trust. That's where you make an impact, a lasting impression, build that parasocial relationship that otherwise will never happen over text only, right? So that's why I'm recommending you guys have a video here. The video should be, hey, this is a pretty interesting post, right? but I wanted to share this book that I wrote. It's a short book, and so I know you're going to be able to read it very quickly. I also have a video to accompany it. It's going to explain why this post is absolutely on point or why this post is full of crap, and you'll definitely not want to listen to this. So it could be conflicting. If you're talking about stuff, if you're using somebody else's post for what I'm talking about, that's actually a strategy, right? To provide a contrarian point of view. We're gonna look at that in a moment. My point is, though, you need a video to connect to this form. So those are the 3 pieces that you need to convert a social post into your funnel. You need a video that addresses the type of content. Hey, if you like this content, I got something in store for you. I actually wrote a book specifically. I wrote an ebook specifically I've created a video training series about this exact topic. And if you'd like to learn more, click below. So that's as simple as the video is, right? It's a simple video bridging your top of funnel resource we just talked about to the post, whether it's yours or somebody else's. So a video that bridges the social post and your top of funnel resource. So it goes video, that's the bridge. Below the video, you're going to have the form right here. Let me go to my videos. Okay, these are mine. So here's my video. Let's say below this, I'm going to have my form that provides the lead capture, right? So like this here, generic form there. Don't worry about the form. So now when I look at this video, there's a form beneath this. And in the video, I'm going to say, hey guys, if you found this post useful, I wanted to share something additional with you. I actually am an expert on this topic, and I've written an ebook and produced some videos exactly about this. So if you'd like to learn more, check out this form below and I'll get the ebook over to you. So that's essentially what this video and how the form are connected. And of course, guys, here you have more opportunities, your playlist, your AI chat that can also capture lead, right? So there's multiple components on this page that can build trust, educate, extract the lead, deliver resources. All this happens on this one page, one link that you created, one Dubb video page. This is this way to capture leads from social. Create your video, create a resource, create the form that captures the person and delivers the resource. Put them all together into this piece right here. Hey, if you thought this was interesting, I wrote a book on it and it's going to blow your mind. Check it out for free below. Again, just another variation of the same script, right? So from here, we have everything we need to enter them into a funnel, and I'll talk more about what the actual funnel happens after. It delivers the ebook, yes, but then fortunes in the follow-up. Now, let's talk about how to actually put this into social. There are limitations. For example, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, they allow you to comment directly on other people's posts, and you can even put links. So specific for you guys, what I did here is I went into LinkedIn and I searched for mortgage, because if it's a real estate agent, maybe I don't want to go steal traffic from another real estate agent's post. That you could certainly do that, and that's definitely a strategy. Maybe not one that you like, right? Maybe not one that you feel comfortable doing. There's these things that people do, right? And I'm only saying this to guys that it's not always the high road that wins, right? You look at YouTubers and TikTokers and stuff, they're constantly tearing each other down or making a smear campaign, and then it gets them massive amounts of followers and ends up benefiting them both, right? Because people are watching and talking. And my point is it's controversy. It's conflicting points of view. If everything was just all nice and gravy all the time, there's no friction, there's no meat, there's no interest. So that's why I'm saying here, somebody like Henry, not to call you out, my friend here, Henry Wong, I'm glad you're posting, you're putting yourself out there, and that's what I'm inspiring each of one of you guys to do. But let's say if you don't have your own post and you want to borrow other people's networks, that's what we're talking about, right? We're saying you're going to take your own social post and turn it to lead capture or somebody else's. So in this case, I'm on LinkedIn and I searched in my network for mortgage. That way it's not direct real estate to real estate competition. He's talking about some mortgage and possession sales. So I can take this training that I showed you guys, top of funnel training. I can take 5 minutes to create an ebook, a resource, a video script, and record it that's talking about whatever this topic is. And now I can post. Again, this is kind of niche because I'm not even actually sure what mortgage and possession sales are. I'm not a lender. So maybe you guys are familiar with that. The point is I just quickly searched for mortgage in my network and I saw this guy's got 31 likes and five. So it means it has some engagement. That's not a ton. I would actually pick a post that has more engagement. The reason why, again, we're borrowing other people's networks, right? Like Kevin O'Leary, he probably has thousands of engagement, hundreds, okay, hundreds of likes, hundreds of comments. When I comment on this, that then provides me the opportunity to be seen by everybody in his network, anybody interested in his post. This is sort of black, gray hat, right? There's a black hat, which means the dark web stuff, right? Like the stuff that's kind of not allowed, cheating in online business. Gray hat is sort of a middle ground where there's no rules or you can't get sued or nothing bad could happen from it. But people might say, hey, that's not nice or that wasn't frowned upon. So this specific thing, borrowing other people's traffic, right? You're in their comments and you're posting, hey, what Kevin said here is really interesting, but he's full of crap. And here's why. I made a video about this. So now everyone that disagrees with Kevin or think that Kevin is crap, they're probably going to click on your thing. You're like, hey, I think Kevin's full of crap too. Let me look at your thing. So now we're finding our audience, the people that think and look and want to not look, but want to think like us, want to act like us, right? Want to relate to the message that we're sharing. So this is how you find your tribe, right? Finding your audience through other people's networks. And I'm only showing this, guys, because some of us don't post at all, right? Some of you guys don't have any posts to do this from. I always recommend starting with your own post, right? You're turning your own post into a lead capture into your funnel through this same method. But I'm also giving you guys the other method, which is gray hat, other people's networks, where you can use this same strategy. You could research it yourself. You can try it yourself, but it's a strategy that works, right? You comment you put your own funnel into other people's marketing, right? You're taking advantage of their traffic, their network. There is nuance to this. There's strategy to this. Like I mentioned, you can put something completely conflicting here. Like, hey, Kevin's full of crap, 50-year mortgages. He loves them. I think they're garbage. Here's why. And then now the people that connect to that message are more likely to connect to you, to follow you, to consume your material, to become a viewer, an audience, a client. And alternatively, you might agree with whatever's here and say, hey, you know what? This is an awesome idea. I actually produced a video that talks about 50-year mortgages and why they're actually beneficial. And then the people that agree with this post are more likely to connect and resonate and follow, etc. There's other passive benefits here, guys. If you put a Dubb video there, we can put them into your advertising pixel, right? If you're doing Google ads or Facebook ads, them visiting your video page drops a cookie on their browser. So anyways, my point of saying this, there's multiple benefits of borrowing other people's networks or turning your own posts into active funnels. It creates retargeting opportunities. It creates impressions where the social media platforms know that the person clicked, visited your site, right? It's deepening the connection that you have between other people's networks or your own audience with minimal effort, right? We're not recreating a whole nother post. We're not having to reinvent the wheel. We're actually recycling the same lead capture video form ebook delivery resource. We're recycling that on relevant posts. So this is all the top first part, guys, of how to turn any post into a funnel. But there's a part 2 of this. As you guys have all heard, fortune is in the follow-up. It's not that one ebook that you get to them that converts them into a client, into a customer, into a fan. It's going to be the additional steps that happen after that resource delivery, which we're going to cover in part 2. So consider joining Pro Plus or Founder Coach. If you guys haven't already, check out a free trial on Dubb. Come check out the channels, free training available. So appreciate you guys. See you next time.